Hi guys, on this video I will be showing you how I swatch, label, and organize my gel polishes as well as my dip powders. And this is the book that I use. I really do like it. It is a lot more pricier than doing swatch sticks or little swatches on top of the polish bottles, but I just love the look. I love how the style is, and I honestly think it's worth it. So what I also use is the Brothers label maker. I got this from Amazon. I'll put the link below. And then I'm just going to swatch these polishes. I have a video review of them below as well. And I use these clear nail tip swatches. I'll put the link below. They do come, the books come with natural color tips, but I prefer to do clear because it always shows the true color of the nail polish. Whenever I do natural or any other color underneath, it pops the color more. So when I apply it on my client, they would be like, whoa, why does the color look a little bit different? It looks more, more popped out. The color is more strong on the swatch, but not on my nails. So now I do the clear on any kind of swatches. And I always do 2 coats of the gel polish, no matter if it's fully covered in one or if it's still sheer and needs 3. I always do 2. That way when the client sees the nail, they'll see, okay, this is a little sheer, and I can always tell them I can add 1 more coat, but just know it's going to be 3 coats. I don't go above 3 coats. So like I said, I do only 2 layers of color, because I want it to be as close as possible, so when the client does try it on their nails, it comes out exactly like the swatch. And after each layer of color, I go ahead and cure it. This is the second layer of color. And then as soon as I am done with the second layer of color, I go ahead and do a top coat. Now on the swatch sticks, I do just any top coat that I have, any gel top coat, because it just doesn't really matter on the swatches. It's on my client. I do the Ibd that I have. It's an older one that I first got when I started doing nails, so I don't mind using it on that, but I don't use this on my clients. I prefer to use and get newer bottles for my clients, so that way I don't waste product. I'm still using everything I can. Now the next thing I do is I find space to where I want to put the samples, the swatches, and I will pop them out because they're very easily twisted and taken off. Very easily they break off. And I go ahead and just start picking the slots that I want to put them in. So I do this before I even pick the numbers they're going to be in. I literally just lay them out. And I have these bottles in this order too. And the other colors, I'm not really going into details with them because I still have to do a video about them. So I will go ahead and just put them into the little slots. And with pressure, they pop right in. It is a very deep nail swatch book, which I love about this book. And they stay in there. They do not fall off. It's pretty awesome. So as soon as I'm done putting a little bit of pressure into the nail tips to go into the book, then that's when I grab my label maker and I start typing in the numbers from where I started to the last number. And I always do a space. So if it's 158, I'll put 158 space, 159 space, 160 space, but make sure that your label maker is charged or has batteries in it. My batteries died while making this video, so I did learn my lesson. I usually always have it charged or have a new fresh set of batteries, but things happened. So I changed the batteries off camera and I printed it out. It comes out through the side, and then you press the little green button, which is a cutter, and it will cut the labels really nicely. So this label machine has tape that splits into 2, just like you're seeing. So I just open both of those up, and then I look at 115 to make sure it matches, and then I go ahead and cut it. And it sticks to me, so it's easier for me to pull it off and just apply it to the back of the nail polish. And that is literally what I do to all my nail polishes. I just keep going the order that I have my polishes in front of me, and I just always still make sure of the color, because you never know, you might make a mistake while you're watching TV or doing something else. So like I said, I just keep pulling down the black plastic side of the tape and cut it when it's ready and apply it to the gel polish. And I do the same exact technique for the dips as well. And I'm just showing you my IKEA drawer, my Alex IKEA drawer, and this is how I have them in the drawer. I bought the containers. All the containers that hold the polishes are from the dollar store. If you would like to see more in depth into how I have everything set up, my whole studio, and have a see a tour, I have a video on that. I'll put it down below where you can see the whole studio and how I set up every single thing in my studio. But this is the way that works for me. It's easier to find. They're all labeled by numbers, and it's just a lot easier for me to find. And I love giving the books to my clients so they can take a look at it. It's so nice and clean, and a slick look, which I really do like. So like I said, I do the same thing with dips. I don't show myself showing that, but I do show a picture of the drawer of all my dip powders labeled, and then I make sure that I do the same thing on the book. I use the pink book for all my dip powders swatches, which I will be showing you next. And I don't have a ton of dip powders yet. I'm still trying to build my collection. So far 52. I'm trying to get up there, but I really do love that I can still keep building and have my books in my little shelf. So that's really cool and exciting. And like I said, I'll have the link below with this book. The difference between this book and other books that I have seen is how deep the book has for the nail swatches. So you press it with pressure and they stay there. They don't move. You don't need glue. You don't need double-sided tape. It's pretty freaking awesome. And if you need to pop them out, you can grab like tweezers or very small pointy scissors and pop it out, and you won't damage any of the surrounding, and put a new color in case you finish that bottle. So there's no need to like waste anything. It's pretty freaking awesome. I do like it a lot. I highly suggest it for you to get it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and thank you.